So we both watched The Game. You saw it yesterday. I saw it
Yes.
today.
So last night, I watched the game, and I wanted someone kind of to talk to this about, and Devin watched it. And now we think it's a perfect movie to review.
I've never heard of this until you brought it up, and it's a David Fincher movie. He directed Seven, which is a movie I really liked,
Fight Club?
and Fight Club, yeah. So I really enjoyed his other movies, and so I got really excited for this one. And you had brought up the ending, that's why you want to talk about it. So we'll quickly mention the rest of the stuff, and then mainly we'll just focus on the ending, because that's really what sticks with you. Because watching the movie, I was really into it. I loved this movie a lot.
Yeah, I was the same way.
It looks incredible and just awesome, like sound design and acting and just so many cool shots.
I just really like the idea, RDS or whatever. Is that the company?
Uh,
CRS. So they have their game they call it set up, and I guess it's like um
they literally just call it The Game. It's like super vague on what it is. He does a physical and then he signs a bunch of forms saying that the company's not responsible. And then they just say the game will begin.
did he even like agree to do the game? It kind of just started, right? Because I remember he was like calling his brother saying like I don't think I have time to do this. I'll think about it. But then it kind of just starts.
Well, they called him and said you've been rejected, and then he gets really mad because he secretly like he wanted to do it because it intrigued him so much, but they called him and said you've been declined. You are not gonna do the game, but they do it anyways.
That's what they do. They just fucking cap.
And that's the first. That should have been the first sign. Like this is bad. Basically, the whole movie, the game, is just they fuck with them so hard in these unbelievable ways. They like just make him look like a complete psychopath.
Everyone feels like they're like hired by the company, which they are.
He can't really trust anyone. He can't trust anything. All these random keys keep appearing everywhere, and it's just like you start to think. I was getting vibes of American Psycho. It's like the main character's a psychopath, and that becomes more and more evident throughout the movie. Like just random things start happening, and he's losing his mind. So that's the main vibe I got. Also, Eyes Wide Shut. I think it was Stanley Kubrick's last movie. It was so similar. So I thought this was another one of those movies.
I was like waiting, like, what are they gonna do next to him?
Well, and also it was intriguing because it's like, is this in his head? Like, what's really real? What is the game? What's going on? That was the cool part. Because
Yeah,
I was starting to think maybe he's just insane.
like he's just seeing shit.
Because what I thought, there's a scene where he
Hey,
meets this. What?
say what you're gonna say. I was thinking like the TV, the start when the TV just starts like fucking talking to him.
He meets this like girl, this waitress, and I guess a series of things happens and they end up like running away together, and he tells her like I'm part of this game. You need to we need to stick together and escape together. And then she leaves in a taxi and like alludes like I really like you. They have like a love interest. Later that day, I think, or the next day, he goes to this hotel. He's like invited to this room, and he thinks it's Catherine, the girl he met again. But it's just like a room full of like these pictures of them having like sex, and like there's cocaine everywhere, and the room's a mess.
All the porn.
Yeah, and so you're meant to think like, did he just like molest this lady, or did he just not remember, like he just had this wild time?
Yeah, because you remember the red bra too.
Yeah, that's why he thought, like, did
The
we do
pictures.
this? So
Yeah,
that's why I was kind of like, okay, he's losing his mind. He's a horrible person, and he's just
no cap. I thought I was gonna see an extremely raunchy sex scene at that part.
another outcome that it alludes to is he finally meets up with his brother again. His brother's another huge character. He's the one who invited him to this company and take part in the game. He
He's going
like
crazy.
Yeah, his brother's being like stalked by this company, and he's like losing his mind. And they both get in his car and they drive off. And then his brother finds a bunch of keys in the glove compartment. So I guess that leads him to believe that our main character is like the leader of the company.
Because he's like saying he was like trapped in his company, torturing him. So he like thought Nick was like one of the hired people or some shit. Is that why he freaked out?
Yeah, but he was also saying like you're behind all of it. You're the leader. And it's like why would you jump to that conclusion when the company is known to plant stuff and fuck with you? It really
He's going crazy.
So I was like, maybe he is the leader of this company and he's just like lost his mind? I don't know. That was another angle I thought they were going.
I thought they just fucked with them so much to the point. His brother Conrad, that he just went insane. Kind of like what you thought. That Nick's going insane. Like I thought it was like the other way.
Basically, the girl, his love interest, Catherine, turns out to be like a spy for this company. He ends up getting drugged by her and sent to Mexico and is like in a coffin.
Yeah, I thought he was buried alive. Like I thought the movie was gonna end. Did he just bury him alive? Is he dead?
And I guess also we should say that's also when it's revealed the purpose of this company, and this is what Catherine told him because she was like working for them. She says it's a scam, basically. They're scamming him out of all of his $600 million. They're taking all the money out of his account. It's a really elaborate scam.
Yeah, they stole all his money.
And she said, like, your brother's in on it. Everyone's in on it.
His lawyers, his like
Yep.
people are supposed to be working with in his company. Literally everyone. So he couldn't like trust anybody.
Yep. And so in that moment, I'm guessing you two thought like, so this is it. That was the twist.
Absolutely.
And I was okay with that twist. It felt a little, again, I was hoping for a more psychological thriller, and that kind of really roots it in reality.
I thought it was a horror movie.
I went in thinking it was horror.
I was blind watching this. I like really like, everything was like a twist to me. I was waiting for like some like horror like monster shit to pop, especially with like that clown doll. I thought it was gonna be like some evil doll, but it just turned in like them fucking with Nicholas harder and harder. The points where they're like practically trying to kill him.
Well, yeah, and they he was in a taxi and they drove the taxi into like a lake, but he had a handle that the company gave him earlier that fit into the door and he was able to escape.
Yeah, like what if he just didn't have that handle? What if he just forgot it? He dies?
Or if he never opened the envelope and got it to begin with, but whatever. So it's all a scam. So yeah, he wakes up in Mexico after Catherine betrays him. He's broke. He has nothing. He's in another country, and he slowly works his way back to his city. I don't remember which city they're in. And so he's back in his city, and he wants revenge. Basically, he grabs a book from his old house that's been foreclosed because he's lost all his money, and he tracks down
his old wife, his ex-wife.
Oh yeah, you're right. Because he needs a car. Yeah. So he gets the car, and he has a gun that's hidden in a book.
Yeah, the dude just tries to go kill the dude that runs the place.
Yeah, he wants revenge on the company that fucked him over. And
he wants to know who runs it, yeah.
Yeah, so he ends up at the building, and he ends up on the roof of the building. I guess it's kind of important to also mention, like, at that point, while he's running through the building, he walks in on a cafeteria, and
all the important people he talked to.
Yep, every actor, basically everyone in his life is an actor, and they're all like having lunch just because they're part of this company.
He started to realize like he can't really trust anyone, and that's when it like really told him like everybody's an actor.
Right, because he still thinks it's a scam at this point. Like he's being scammed. This company took all his money. So then, yeah, he ends up chasing after. He finds Catherine again.
It takes her to the roof.
And he's like threatening to kill her unless she calls her boss up here, and she realizes
he has a real gun.
He has a real gun because I think they were supposed to give him like a fake gun.
Yeah, but he took a real gun.
Yeah, but they didn't expect him to grab the real one from his house. So she's like really freaking out. She's like, "Oh shit, he's actually gonna shoot me. I'm gonna die." And she's like telling her boss, like, call it off. He has a real gun. But they're like trying to bust through the door. And then he's like pointing it at the door, I guess. He's going to shoot whoever runs through the door.
And then they burst out. Surprise!
It's his fucking brother.
Yeah, it's like a birthday surprise. He shoots him.
So he shoots his brother in the chest. I guess Catherine was, while she was freaking out, she was saying, like, Nicholas, it's all fake.
Yeah,
Everyone's
it's
an
all
actor.
fake.
Your brother's going to walk through that door.
Yeah, they were never shooting you. They were using blanks. They didn't actually take your money. Like, everything's fake.
Everything's fake. And he just blindly shot his brother as soon as he walked through that door. Why would he shoot right away?
My man was fucking pissed. He couldn't trust anyone anymore. Saying, fucked with his head.
But he couldn't wait 5 seconds to see who it was?
Yeah, he didn't have to pull the trigger right away. He was trigger happy. He becomes his father at that moment.
Oh, we didn't even talk. His father is dead. He killed himself on his birthday.
Yeah, we did not mention that. That's pretty important, wasn't it?
I guess it is, but at the same time, he just has father issues.
Because that's how it starts, too. He drives home, and there's the clown doll laying like dad died, where he like landed when he jumped off the roof of their house.
I guess that's because also our main character, Nicholas, he's a huge asshole. He's like rich. He doesn't care about anyone. He doesn't apologize. He never has time for anyone. And I guess that alludes to the fact he's like becoming his father.
Yeah, because I guess his father was like really independent. People didn't really check up on him because he didn't like care for people, like really care for him.
Yeah. He walks over to the edge of the building and he jumps off. He tries to kill himself. And I say tries because he lands on a cushion that was set up for him.
X marks the spot.
And they reveal
it was all planned.
His brother walks downstairs. He has a little
T-shirt.
Squib, a little blood mark, and he's perfectly fine.
He's holding up a T-shirt that says, "We drugged you and kidnapped you to Mexico just to give you a T-shirt."
That's it's like, what?
And then it's party time.
And also all the actors that were like upstairs are now downstairs having like a fancy dinner. They're waiting for him.
They fucking hauled ass. They fit a lot of people in that elevator.
So this is a perfectly legit company that people use. Like, other people do this.
Lawsuit waiting to happen.
It is a lawsuit. They literally rigged an entire fucking city for one birthday surprise.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
It wouldn't. And there's like other cars on the road that he's like endangering the whole time. And what if he didn't escape the taxi that was drowning in the river? They legitimately drugged and put him in a coffin in Mexico and just expected him to make his way back.
Like, what happens if he just gave up there? He's like, fuck this. And he just killed himself.
He appreciates life.
Bullshit.
He apologizes to everyone that he should have in the past, and he's a better person. That's literally that's Saw. Saw does that.
If I put myself in that situation, I would not feel that way at all.
Or if someone else puts you in that situation.
Yeah. That's the other thing. Like, give me a heads up what the fuck you're making me do. What I was trying to connect this to was, those things that those things like people sign up for where they like kidnap them and like beat them and shit, like because they want that like a weird ass experience. You know what I'm talking about?
The haunted houses?
I think it's kind of like a haunted house. It's like they sign up to like be like kidnapped.
It might be different, but there is a haunted house where you get thrown in a bag in in a trunk, taken to a house, and you're fed like cockroaches and beat. And...
Yeah, they do that. Fuck, that's what this kind of like. Obviously, this is like what it reminded me of. Except he didn't tell him that this is what he was gonna happen to.
I know people are gonna say you can't take it that seriously. It's a movie, but it's portrayed realistically. Like, I think the intentions, like, if you were in this situation, you would change your ways. You would appreciate life more. He asks Catherine out for coffee, and it's like, whoa, see, now he wants to do things with people. Coming. But she was an actor, or an actress. So he doesn't know her at all. But I guess he had the balls. He had the balls to ask her out, so maybe that's like look, he's brave.
Look, he's learning. Because I was like with it. Like when he was like, he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill the guy who runs this shit. I was like, yeah, I was gonna turn some badass shit.
I was anticipating another twist at the end, cause like it's just a scam. Like that's kind of lame. But just the twist that what they went with didn't work. I mean,
Oh,
no
it's
one
complete
would be
bullshit.
okay with that. Just like, huh, good
No.
one, brother. You helped me out.
That's what I'm saying. Again, if I was in his shoes, as soon as like I get down and I see my brother walk down there holding his shirt, that stupid fucking shirt, I'm punching him so hard.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
hit him so hard, and then I'm gonna fucking never talk to him again.
And you need
I,
therapy. Like you'd become
yeah,
schizophrenic
I'd sue
because
him
you wouldn't
for
trust
ruining
anyone.
my life. I wouldn't trust anyone the rest of my life. I would think I'm still in this fucking game. It's like when
Exactly.
like a guy goes to like the army and he has like he can't like hear
PTSD.
fireworks anymore, like shit like that. Like it'd be like he would damage me. And I was telling Devin this. I feel like it still would have been stupid, but I think the twist would honestly been better if he actually the thing because everything just went perfect in this movie according to plan, or shit. There's no way. I think it would have been I wouldn't say better, but maybe more interesting if he actually did fuck it up, killed his.
Yeah, cause that like the panic in her voice, like oh my god, he has a real gun. We didn't plan for this. It's like yes, finally something didn't go to plan.
Yeah,
Like
not
that's
everything's
perfect.
the fact that
How did they know
everything.
that gun
Yeah,
was there? And they replaced it with the fake, and they knew he was gonna get that gun. What if he went to a gun store on his way from Mexico? So basically, to sum it up, I was thinking like 9 out of 10 movie the whole time. But man, that
like I
ending,
love. Yeah, I love the premise.
like the I wish it was more just psychological thriller. I know that's been done a lot, but those types of movies really appeal to me, and I thought this is gonna be another great one.
It just pissed me off. I just got frustrated by that.
I still can't ignore that visually and sound design wise, it's amazing. Um,
Yeah, I completely agree.
so I give it an 8 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it a B.
When you rewatch the movie, you're looking out for things that lead to the ending. And in this movie, it would just piss me off because I know every person, everything he does is all fake. It's all
It just
going
goes so
perfectly to their plan.
perfectly, so perfectly. It's like he shoots his brother. It's like something went wrong. It's like something goes. It's just when you realize everything just goes so exactly to plan. It's like what the fuck.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought it up, though. I'm glad I watched this because it's the perfect example of an amazing movie that just can't stick the landing.